So Tim Ballard's gross grifting ass is doing some damage control. And this is... holy shit. If these allegations didn't involve grape, this would be hilarious. But holy shit, he's saying it right out loud. He's saying it.
And so I'm going to tell you, and while I do so, I'm going to pay homage, respect, love, and gratitude for these female operators.
Compassion, love, and gratitude. This dude is disgusting. He wasn't showing this kind of love and gratitude whenever he tricked these people into the fucking shower, was he? And he's really got to stop calling them female operators. These people they're people who fell in love with the stories they were reading about him in the Deseret news articles or the Sound of Freedom movie, and they wanted to volunteer. They were talking about mothers and wives, Mormon family members who wanted to volunteer, and he tricked these people into being female operators, where they'd have to go into scummy places and pretend they were his and giving them to the table to play the part to save the children. He's disgusting.
Who serves such an important role, maybe the most important role in rescue operations.
So where are you going? Shell? Hey. Okay. Okay.
You need to understand that children don't just fall out of the sky. They don't fall into your desk. It's a very proactive work.
A very proactive work, you say? When you say proactive, do you mean going to psychics so that they can geolocate children for you in third world countries? Is that what you mean by proactive?
It's dirty and it's ugly, and nothing about it could possibly relate to the world that the rest of us live in. Going undercover to find children is wading through a sewer. These children are found in places like strip clubs, brothels, dirty spas, places where high-end escorts are controlling the situations, traffickers. So if I am a man or one of my operators walks into one of these places and is approached by a trafficker trying to put a child to service on that person, or a sex worker, and that man, now you think about this.
No, for real, think about this shit, because he's about to say this shit out loud, okay? Drum roll, please.
And that man, that operator, doesn't partake of what's being offered. They lose credibility, they're kicked out of the place, and no one's gonna get rescued.
Oh, hell no. Hell to the no. And all the Mormons in his comments, up and down, every single one of them. I love you, Tim. You don't have to explain yourself, Tim. You're saving the children, Tim. You're doing God's work, Tim. It doesn't matter what you do that's evil, because you're saving the children. And that's not evil. So whatever you do to get to the end result, it doesn't matter. I love you, Tim.
And so we came up with a concept that we call the couple's ruse, or the couple's tactic.
Yeah, it's a very special and complex thing that we made up. We call it, the couple's tactic. Yeah, that's what we call it. The couple's ruse. Liar. You don't call it that. You don't call them that.
Where you go in together, pretending to be a husband or wife, or boyfriend, girlfriend. Now you go in, and one of you could pretend that, yes, I want to partake in this sex act with this woman or this child, but I can't because my girlfriend won't let me, but maybe we can do it later.
Okay, so we're supposed to believe that your couple's ruse, your couple's tactic is whenever you take a girlfriend or a wife, because that's what a person does when they're going to buy a kid. They bring their wife with them. But I digress. Anyway, you bring them in there so that you don't have to have sex with the kid. My wife's here, so I can't have sex with him, but I can still buy the kid. I just can't do anything because my girlfriend's watching. You, man. You have to suspend so much belief to buy into that ridiculousness. You'd have to be a Mormon to suspend that kind of belief. Oh, wait. There's droves of Mormons following this guy? Oh, okay. Why would anyone go into a scummy bar to buy children with a girlfriend or a wife on your arm? This is a lie so he can have sex with female operators. These ruses and tactics, maybe he's telling these female operators that this is why they have to do these things. But it's ridiculous. It's outrageous. You have to choose to believe that.
So is that cool? Like, let's keep talking and she'll warm up to it eventually. That's one idea. There's 100 different ways to do it.
Funny enough, all I needed to hear about was one, to figure out how disgusting and grifty you are. But obviously, your followers think you're some kind of second coming messiah and can't see through this. They can't see your grooming, sexualizing, deviant-like behavior because they choose not to. Mormons are good at that. They've been literally groomed themselves to not believe what's right in front of them. They've literally been groomed and told, if you believe this stuff or even argue this stuff, we're going to kick you out the church. So dinosaurs aren't real, accept it, and walk away. So they've been groomed to accept the impossible. So of course they can accept this ridiculousness.
But the bottom line is we block for each other. So the trafficker sees the situation, recognizes that I have every excuse not to partake, and he won't kick me out. And now I have the opportunity to build rapport, to get more intel, to dig deeper. It has worked. Hundreds, maybe thousands of...
Yeah, it has worked. I swear it worked. Hundreds, thousands, and millions of thousands of times.
On my watch.
Superhero complex much? It should come as no surprise why it is the Trump-supporting Christian community who is falling for this grift. It should come as no surprise that most of the people falling for this guy's grift wear red hats that say MAGA on them. It should come as no surprise. It should come as no surprise that this guy is planning to run for Senate. Yeah, now that Mitt Romney exited, there's a Mormon Senate opening, and I'm the guy for that. Well, guess what? Your Mormon church just excommunicated your ass, and I can't wait to watch the schism that he's going to cause in the Mormon church over this Senate run. Over this.